Hello, I'm Michael Fisher. I'm the Area Livestock Extension Agent for the Golden Plains area in northeast Colorado. Today I'd like to visit with you about an opportunity that we have in northeast Colorado that can really help us cut some of our winter feeding costs in our cow-calf operations. As you can see, we're standing in a cornfield that's been freshly harvested, and there are several cows grazing in this cornfield in the background. You may look out here and think that there's not a lot of feed value in one of these cornfields after it's been harvested. However, they tend to be extremely good in value for about 60 days after harvest. There is roughly about 4% on average of our corn production yield that is down corn, whether that be through wind has blown it down, maybe insects has caused lodging, it's fell down, or perhaps just run over with equipment. And all that corn still has a good energy value for these cows to be able to get to and access. And in addition to that, the rumen can very well access the leaves and the husk material that's out here. There is some digestibility to the cob, as well as even to the stems that are left over after harvest in the stock. So we figure that immediately after harvest, at rough average, we can get about 70% energy utilization and about 8% crude protein utilization out of one of these harvested cornfields. Now, obviously, after the cattle have grazed, they're going to first go after the corn because it is the most appetizing to them, and then they'll go to the leaves and husks, followed by the stalks and the cobs. As they go through this process, we see the nutritional value gradually go down. The nutritional value will gradually go down in these fields to reach a point of about 40% energy and about 5% crude protein, which is not going to be enough even for our second trimester cows to meet maintenance requirements. So we figure about 1.5 to 2 animal units per month on these type fields. So you got about 45 to 60 days worth of feed out here for these second trimester cows. After you get into the third trimester, though, you'd be wanting to feed more of a supplement as well, because you're going to have 80% of your fetal growth taking place, and those cows are going to need a little bit more energy and a little bit more crude protein than what this material is going to allow. If you're going to use this type of situation, you want to get to it within 60 days of harvest. After that 60-day period, we see a lot of breakdown of our husk and our leaf material, leaching of nutritional values due to the weathering of it, and that'll just naturally start to drop. So you want to get in that first 60 days, get out here, get the cows on it so they can utilize it when you have the best value of your feed. Also, if you're wanting to estimate how much feed value is out here, research out of Iowa State University suggests that 120 bushel the acre yield in your field should give you 4 to 5 tons of leaf and husk and cob residue to be able to utilize. As you get less and less bushels, you can figure less and less tonnage of residue. A good rough rule of thumb is to use 50 pounds of residue for every bushel of yield that you have. Additionally, if you have a lot of corn that's down, more than that 4%, you may want to consider using a step-up program to get your cows started before you turn them out here. Give them some grain for about 10 to 14 days, jumping it up a little bit each day, get them conditioned and ready to go into this field. And you can go through the field and look, a 8-inch ear of corn would be roughly about a half a pound. So if you have 112 8-inch ears, you'll have about a bushel of corn down. So if you're getting above 8 to 12 bushel to the acre of corn on the ground, that's probably in excess where you're going to want to step them up. If you have any questions on this, you'd like to discuss it further, feel free to give me a call at the Yuma County Extension Office in Ray, Colorado. I'd be happy to visit with you about it. And you have a good day, and thank you for joining us today.